Greetings, Inquisitors! Welcome to the Holocron. This is the Week 60 update for the Darth Loquitur account. For any who aren't familiar, I go through this account's progress each week, talk about the characters, the upgrades, what my plans are for the future. So with that in mind, let's get into it, and let's see what happened with the account this week. Ever since the gear changes, we've been getting more progress in the account every week, which is quite nice. So this week we're able to take our Qui-Gon Jinn from gear 11 to gear 12. We got that all filled in 1 week. So that's quite nice, and he's looking good for gear 13 here. He does have 2 duplicate pieces on the right-hand side, though, so it's not quite as close as it looks from this screen. 5s is still quite close. Jango Fett, still haven't gotten him close to his gear 13 yet. Mon Mothma is a character that we want to work on and build, so we're finally going to be able to get this gear tier onto her. There's a couple stun guns in that gear tier, so it took a while for me to want to commit to that. Moving over here to our Jedi Master Kenobi journey, we're going to keep working on these characters. Of course, these are the primary characters that we do want to get gear upgrades onto. Magna Guard goes to gear 12. I've been starting up about, 1 character each week, working on ships each week. So this week I go ahead and start with Bo-Katan and just put some skills on her, get her to level 85. We didn't put mods on her yet. We're not trying to make an effective character out of her quite yet, but just getting that investment started, again, to help me control my credits a little bit of investment each week seems better than trying to do this stuff all at once. We are able to get a gear tier onto Aayla Secura. So looking better in our journey here. Going back to the main page, 5s is looking very close to gear 13. We just need 1.5 of the shock prods and we'll be able to finish him out. So I do think that'll end up being the project. We'll try to get him finished out next week. We got the BTL-B Y-Wing, and it's about time to get that ship up and running, so we invest in the skills, get that leveled up, and get the passive leveled up. So we're in pretty good shape on that ship. It's 5 stars so far. We'll keep working on that. Vulture Droid, we're going to put another star on, but at 3 stars, I'm still not inspired to take it up to levels quite yet. Going back in to look at the Clone Sergeant ship, we've been able to upgrade that character a little bit, so now we're looking to upgrade the characters, or the ship's skills a little bit if we can. And in the end, we just give it 1 upgrade. We're not sinking too many Omegas into that ship quite yet, but make it a little better. And then for relics this week, we have gathered some more signal data, and Kenobi is the target. We need to get him all the way to Relic 8. Grandmaster Yoda as well. We put 4 relic levels on Yoda last week, so this week we're working on Kenobi. And we're going to be able to get him up to Relic 5 here. And then we run out of the incomplete signal data. But the rest of the materials are looking good, and I'm only a few pieces away. So while I'm in here, I just go ahead and come in, and we do 5 simulations of that, and we get enough to take him all the way to Relic 6 this week. But then, as you can see, we're stopped at Relic 6. We need Zin-Biddles. We have 0 of them right now. We need more signal data, but we already knew that we'd be farming signal data for a long time. If I go in to look at Zin-Biddles, I've got some of each of this stuff, but I also have those materials all go on one of the characters that we're currently looking to get to gear 13. So technically, we pretty much have nothing for the Zin-Biddle cards at this point, which is obviously going to need a lot of those to get to gear Relic 7 and then up to Relic 8. So if we look at the account, week 60, galactic power is 2.29 million. We put on another 70,000 this week. We have 21 relics, 33 zetas. C and Watt are still getting us top 50 in the squad arena. That's less important now for the crystals, but it does still get us a decent income on those squad arena tokens that we can use in the shops. Negotiator still gets top 5. And we're going to change that project for next week to 5s. We're going to end up getting 5s to Relic next week. He's not part of the JMK journey, but we do want him for the ship. It's going to allow us to start up a clone team, getting him to Relic level, so we're going to go ahead and invest in him and make him the next relic. Energy, we're still farming 6 nodes a day for Vulture Droid, Hyena Bomber, the BTL-B, and the TIE Bomber. We're doing the Armorer and Bo-Katan as well. In Fleet, we're doing B1, the Gauntlet, and the Rebel Y-Wing. In the Cantina, we're going to dip into the Cantina for the ARC Trooper. We're not going to get him all the way to 7 stars, but we are going to try to get him unlocked. So we got to get 80 shards. I believe he unlocks at 4 stars, so we'll get those so that we're able to start him up and get him going on a trooper team. And then if we get that before the end of the week, we'll go back to farming signal data, of course. Got to work on these relics. But if 5 gets relics next, 5 gets relic and Zetaed next week, then I would like to put the trooper team behind him. So we'll take a little detour there. In mods, we're still farming speed mods, refreshes, same pattern we've been doing before with 3 refreshes per day. And then on Cantina Energy, we're just refreshing it when the guild objective for the day is Cantina Energy or every energy. In the Squad Arena store, we're still buying prestige once per day. We're not actively spending a lot of that prestige, but we are going to get that malevolence to 7 stars here soon. And once we do, we're going to need to sink some materials into that. And then we'll start saving up for the next capital ship. So we'll keep doing that until we have 1,900 in the bank, which seems like a long time from now. Everything else is going to feed the shard shop so we can continue buying gear out of there. The issue with the account right now is progress versus grinding with the changes to GAC, and my belief that we could push this account all the way up to Chromium. That means we need more teams and more fleets. So I've spent the last few weeks trying to broaden my roster, and then in the coming weeks we'll continue to do that. We got the clone team ready to start up next week, assuming 5s goes to relic level. The bounty hunters are close to being able to complete the Chewbacca event, which will give us another character. I don't know for sure if I'm going to put him in a team or not, but if we can get that done, we'll have some more options. We still need more ships. We're already farming 6 a day. But that will get us to a level where we have 4, let's say 4 functional fleets. They're not going to be good fleets. And then we have to figure out if we're going for the Executor someday or whatever, but we're definitely going to have to farm up some ships. There's rumor of a Sith capital ship coming to the game, so maybe if nothing else, I'll start farming up some Sith ships and hope that that turns out to be a good ship that we can farm up and have that instead of the Executor. But certainly after JMK, if they haven't come out with a new capital ship by then I'm going to go for the Executor. So we need to position ourselves to get a premium fleet. As, let's say, our 3rd galactic legend in the account, I would like to be the Executor or another fleet like it. So we'll look forward to that. However, with all of these farms that I'm doing on my regular energy, it has really slowed down my ability to farm relic materials. And always in the past, I could just hit that node for the Cinar Hollow projectors a couple times a week and get 1 or 2 of those built. It takes 20 pieces, so a couple days of farming gets you a couple of them, and it keeps you running on your relic materials. The Zin Biddles, I like to farm hollow lenses out of that fleet node for that, and currently I'm nowhere near being able to do that. So I'm going to have to think about, as soon as I finish up any of these farms, I don't know that I'll be able to go back to farming more stuff for more teams. The lack of relic materials is really going to catch up to me now. Even if I can relic a character every 2 weeks in terms of getting the materials for Gear 13, I'm behind in my ability to actually take them to the respective relic level that they need to be for the JMK journey. So I don't want to end up where I've got all these relic characters and then I have to spend 4 or 5 more weeks at the end farming the materials. So we have to try to find a way to balance this progress versus grinding. On the grinding side of things, I need 11 more relics for JMK. I've already got 3 of them with Kenobi, Yoda, and Grievous, and all 3 of those are not to their finished relic level, so we still have to take them up higher. And like I said, we're going to need a lot of Zin Biddle cards. Along the way, we're looking to Relic 5s, Mon Mothma, Armorer, and Kylo Ren Unmasked. Again, he's one of my favorite characters. I want him as a tank for some different things that I can do, either on defense or offense. He's got a ship. So he's just a really good character to get to relic level. So I'm looking for 4 more relics potentially along the way. Right now it's pretty easy to get distracted from my goal, so I can build more teams, and I've been branching out and doing that. But really, after we get these clones going, I think it becomes time then. I'll have a wide enough roster to participate in Chromium pretty well. And then it's going to just be flip it over to grinding. We're just going to have to keep going on the characters that we've got, kind of lock the roster down and say that's going to be the roster for a while, and then just keep developing the characters that we have, keep developing the teams that we've already got to a high enough level that we can hold on to Chromium hopefully when we get there. So that's the plan. And then we need the second Galactic Legend in the account, so I think pretty much nothing more until we get that Kenobi. And once we get Kenobi, like I said, I'd like to pick a fleet journey, and we'll see how that all goes from here. Grandma Mods here at the end as a reminder always to farm your mods. For anybody who doesn't spend enough time working on mods or hates that part of the game, just think about that. You know, the reason why my account wins against a lot of opponents, a lot of it comes down to account building. But when you face somebody with an account that's as good or as smart or as efficient as yours, then the difference maker is your mods. And if you've got good mods, fast mods, and that's going to be the difference between winning and losing. So Grandma Mods here to remind you, always farm your mods. Thanks for watching the Holocron. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Click the button down below. Hit the notification bell to watch more videos like this in the future. Join us over on our Discord channel. The Loquitur Discord is really a nice place to be. A lot of experienced players answering questions for people who have them. A lot of newer players asking good questions, things you might want to know yourself. So you can just go over there and chat and hang out. There's also a channel for questions if you want to ask me something specifically, then I can help you out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next Holocron.